Josh.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to be able to talk to you again. We got to talk when you were on tour with Camelot last year at Mill City Nights in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it's great to be able to catch up again.
Yeah, great to talk to you again.
Oh, absolutely. We're doing this interview, of course, to be able to promote the brand new compilation of Dragonforce, Killer Elite. How did this all come about?
I guess we kind of got to that point after releasing that many albums, and with a lot of new fans that actually didn't know so much the old catalog, and with some old fans that started coming to the show, because we started Maximum Overload being quite a long tour, and we thought it was a great idea to kind of put it all together. Everything from not everything I said, songs from all the albums that we've done, from live albums to studio albums, and make something and make a really cool package along with it, and a DVD, like all the music videos.
And it's a great compilation as well, because oh, sorry.
I hope it's got it had some songs that from experience from touring in the past, that the fans used to say, well, this is my favorite song, and we're talking not even Through the Fire and Flames, but all these other songs that I thought really great, or maybe as good or better Through the Fire and Flames, and we were able to kind of put it out together as well, and so new fans can also discover some of the older stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely set up in a great way where for old fans and new fans, they'll be able to discover the entire discography and be able to check out some killer songs in between as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, not a problem. So how hard was it to be able to come up with pick which songs are going to be on the compilation?
It's pretty hard because it took quite a while. It was I had this playlist on my computer, on my laptop, and I constantly swapping them around, and I'll listen to it now and then and see what songs are missing, what feels right. And of course, there were the obvious songs that were the big hit songs that we had music videos with. But there are a lot of songs that I thought really kind of was part of the Dragonforce history that need to be there. Yeah, it took a long time to switch them around. I don't know how long I did that for, and talking to the guys in the band.
So when you were putting it together and making this track list, how did it feel to be able to go from the very first Dragonforce album to the last release, and being able to decide, or just being able to look back on everything that you've accomplished so far with Dragonforce?
It felt pretty weird. It felt pretty weird because I had to listen to these songs. I listened to all the albums again, and I haven't listened to the first album for a while and the second album for a while, and you hear it, and it sometimes bring back some memories. And so it wasn't like, oh my god, I've got to listen to these old albums. It kind of really brought some great memories, especially certain songs just reminded you of certain tour. You played it a lot there. Yeah.
So does that inspire you to go back and maybe play some of those songs that you may have forgotten about?
Yes. So on this tour, when we first started on this Killer Elite tour, because it actually came out in Japan earlier, we started playing the first show in Japan, and we did two headlining shows in Tokyo. And we were playing a lot of the songs, certain songs like Soldiers of the Wasteland, which is like a 10-minute song we haven't played for quite a long time. And we played songs, we played Black Fire was from the first album we haven't played for so long. Wings of Liberty, we never ever played it, which came from The Power Within. And that was great that we would bring this on the tour as well, play something we never played before previously on tour.
That's awesome to hear, too. I mean, it kind of shows that anything from the discography might be able to be played again.
Yeah, that's right. And the first two albums, we have played every single song of those live before, back then, because that's all the songs we had. 1-2 albums, that was it. When we released our first album, you got your whole CD and that's it. And when we got into the third album, I think there was one song we didn't play on that album, and then as the album progressed, there became 2 or 3 songs we haven't played from that album. Do you know what I mean? Because you just can't play that many songs live of the new one while still having the old one.
And how much of a challenge was it for you to be able to go back and play those older songs, or did it feel natural to you being able to go back like that?
It's actually much easier than learning a new song because those songs we have played live, I guess the one we haven't played live took a bit longer, but those old songs on the first 3 albums, we pretty much play it a few times during one day you would be able to put it all back together, and it kind of goes into your brain.
Oh, that definitely makes sense. I mean, sometimes it just likes taking something that you've done previously and you haven't heard it in a while, but once you hear it again, it becomes natural again to be able to go back and play it.
Yeah, it comes back pretty quickly. And if it does, I mean, there has been a few that I went, oh my god, I just can't work it out. what's going on here? What did I play? So I have this program on my computer, and I put the song through and slow it down. And I go, okay, that's how I played it. Funny, yeah? I have to slow my own stuff down so I can remember what I did.
And how was the reception at those shows over in Japan?
Oh, they were incredible. They were just absolutely crazy. We always had a great support from Japan. That's why we also filmed the last DVD that we released last year there. But so far we're doing the shows in Europe now, and that's great too, to be able to play these big festivals and do the set list.
And of course, you guys are going to be making a U.S. appearance at Prog Power in Atlanta, Georgia in September, which I will be in attendance for a special set. Is the set in Atlanta going to be similar to what you guys are doing right now?
Yeah, definitely. Still the Killer Elite set, and I know that the Prog Power, pretty much everyone that goes to Prog Power are real music fans and real metal fans, and I think it's a great thing that we finally get to play Prog Power. And I always thought we were going to play Prog Power as the first thing we do in America, but funny enough, we never played it all these years until now. So I know a lot of people that goes to it know our old catalog well, so it would be a perfect place to do it in America.
Oh, very much so. Everybody in the crowd is going to be going wild when you guys finally make it on stage. It was a long time coming, but seeing that you guys are going to be headlining for Prog Power is going to be amazing to see.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I know so many great bands that played there, and Prog Power pretty much was the original, organization in America that were there to bring all these melodic bands and all these great bands that was, neglected in America in the metal scene, right, for so many years. The only one that took the risk of these bands. So I've got so much respect for the guys that organized Prog Power.
Oh, very much so. I mean, when you go back and look at all the previous lineups that they've had over the years, they've had some of the greatest bands in prog and power, and 2016 is absolutely no exception.
Yeah, so hopefully, like every year, they're gonna have more sold out shows, forever.
Oh, very much so. So I would take it with this appearance at Prog Power, it's gonna be your only appearance in America this year?
We're gonna do 2 other shows, maybe another one. So we have 2 shows in Brooklyn, in New York City. It's just 2 small little shows. We thought, hey, while we're in the US, let's put a few shows in there before coming back. So we have 2 of those. And one sold out. I don't know what about the other one we added. And there will probably be one more show somewhere, but it's not announced yet. I guess it's still working on how to get there.
Oh, sure,
yeah.
Sure.
But that's it. Then really, that's it. That's just that's the only thing we can do until the next album.
Oh, sure. And has there been any progress for the new album yet?
We're in the studio recording right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what we do when we're not touring for this Killer Elite thing. And it's been going well. I can't say too much about it because we still got a long way to go right now, so I can't give you much details on it yet. But definitely recording it now for next year release.
Oh, awesome. Well, when you get that recorded, I would absolutely love to be able to talk to you and promote the new album when that comes out as well.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be cool.
So, again, going back with Killer Elite, what would you say, looking back when you were picking out the compilations, are the songs that stand out to you most in the Dragonforce catalog?
Wow. Good question. I would say Soldier's Wasteland, the 10-minute song. That's a pretty big song. For a 10-minute song, and one of our favorite ones that we've played on tour for so many years. God, what else? I like the ballad. I believe Dawn Over New World is the ballad that we haven't played for a long time, and that's one of the good songs that I always like. I know people always know us as being the band that play fast songs, and our ballads are not the most popular thing in the world, but I like that ballad.
Oh yeah, I do too. And that's what I do love about you guys is, even though there is the notion that you guys are just known for playing as many notes as possible as fast as you can, when you really divulge into your guys' catalog, you see the diversity that's there. The mid-tempo songs, the ballads, the song structures, everything about it is very diverse.
Yeah, I guess because the main theme of it is still fast, so even though every single song that's fast have a middle slow a bit, people always talk about the speed. And I guess the Guitar Hero thing also, pigeonholed us to be a fast band too, because a lot of people knew us from that too.
So was it because of that where you started to venture out more with Maximum Overload, or did you just write those songs naturally to include more mid-tempo and ballads?
It was a natural progression, I believe, after Ultra Beatdown, which I still think is one of the most over-the-top album you can do, and certainly the most complex we ever done, with every single song was at probably 7 minutes and 8 minutes, something insane like that.
Oh yeah.
7 minutes, okay. And it was good for us to show a different side of us we can do. It was the right time. And then we got faster at a certain song and added the 7th string. So it's I guess we're improving and we're able to put more styles into our music because we work together better now than we used to.
And would you say those songs are more fun to play, or is it still fun to be able to play the faster songs live?
I think the first 2 albums are the songs that are most fun to play, and the reason is that they're much easier to play. So it's like, okay, well, I can have fun doing silly things. I can play the guitar on my tongue. I can play it with whatever. It's so much easier, and the complexity is fun in a certain way to do these complex things, but it take away the really fun stuff live, if you know what I mean, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, sure. So we were talking last year about how you love to learn new stuff on the guitar when you were in Minneapolis. Since that Camelot tour back in the beginning of the year, have you learned any new things on the guitar that in the past year?
Yes, I actually got a bunch of guitar books and stuff here, and I was looking through it for knowledge and just studying different books. So I'm definitely learning stuff, and the way I'm doing it is to help me make that learning experience is by recording a new album. I have to sit there and I go, okay, every guitar solo I do has to have something new in a certain way of approaching melodies or lick that I haven't done before. So every solo, I wouldn't say every solo sounds totally not me, but it has something that you go, oh, okay, I haven't seen him do it that way. So I'm forcing myself to evolve at the same time with the music.
Now, without giving anything away, is there anything that you've learned in that time that might make an appearance on the new album, or is that too early to tell?
Yeah, it's too early to tell because I'm not even 50%. I'm not even halfway on this recording, so there's still plenty of things to do. I make notes and I say, this song, for this guitar solo, I'm just going to put around as many guitar pedals I can do and make weirdest stuff I can do, or something like that. It might not happen, but I'm writing notes and I'm learning not just playing the guitar or how to put effects together and combine them.
Yeah, and that's always been the great thing about the solos that you do is every single one of them does stand out in their own distinct way. Where some musicians, they have solos that do kind of sound similar between song to song. Yours never do that.
Oh, we try, but I think I do a few solos. I go, oh god, that sounds just like the same as the one I did 10 years ago, but I forgot about it. But I consciously try to make an effort by putting something new to it. Which actually, the funny thing is, when I was doing the guitars for the Baby Meadows song, that was something that I thought, hey, you have to do the same thing you've been doing all the time, because people want to be able to go, okay, that's the guy from Dragonforce playing on this. We can tell, you know what I mean? Yeah. But on the Dragonforce album, there's so much Dragonforce already, you're not scared to put something different in there, and you still sound like you.
Oh, and speaking of that, I was going to bring that up. How did it feel to be asked to be a part of the new Baby Metal album?
I thought it was great when they asked me, and that was before anyone heard of them outside Japan so much. It was before the release on the first album. We started working on that song, Road to Resistance, a few months before that. Yeah. So when they approached us, I just thought it was really, really interesting how they were mixing this J-pop with metal stuff, and it was a cool thing to do. So I definitely like the way they put something new together.
So were you able to have free control over what you did in the songs, or were you given any guidelines on how to approach the songs, or how did that go?
Oh, we had a demo sent to us, which was basically like a MIDI demo, and we can do whatever we want on the guitar. We just play the song in our do the guitars in the way we would do it. That's what they wanted, because the song, the way it was written, it was like a Dragonforce influence song, and then so we had to write the guitar parts our own way of playing.
Oh, well, that's going to be quite the honor to have Baby Metal inspired by Dragonforce that much, to have a song that was basically worshiping you guys.
Yeah, it's cool. I guess I'm kind of surprised. It's not. I really like the song, but that's like one of their closing songs on the tour, which is like a really big hit down there. So that's cool, and it's even faster than some of our songs. It's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I think this is probably a good point to stop. I know I'm assuming you got some more interviews that you got to get going today, but thank you for taking the time to do this interview and being able to catch up again. I cannot wait to see you guys at Prog Power in September, being able to see your Best of Killer Elite sets, which I know is going to be one of the only few appearances in North America until the new album's done, so I feel quite the honor to be able to promote the brand new compilation and be able to talk to you again in 2017.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really excited for the show. So hope to catch up with you for a chat, after or before the show. At Prog Power.
Oh, absolutely. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to mention that I haven't brought up yet?
No, I think that's it for now. I think you covered everything better than I can think of.